Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pentiment. In the last episode, we were exploring the Abbey before we get to work in the scriptorium. We found the Abbot house, and we have Brother Ferenc over here. I did check the pronunciation. It is Ferenc, not Ferenc. And Father Gurno. Now, I misspoke at the end of last episode. Ferenc isn't the one with our wages, it's this guy. It's Mr. Tall and Stern over here. We're gonna leave him. We're gonna leave him. Hello there, my dear. God bless you, Andreas. You couldn't have out more to say, a long conversation. I don't really want to speak to this guy. He scares me a little bit. Andreas. God bless you, Father Gurno. I wanted to speak with you on behalf of the Gertners. The Gertners? What about them? Okay. They're struggling to cope with the increase of their taxes. I'd like to negotiate a better rate on their behalf. Clara mentioned they're behind on tax payments to the Abbey. I told her I'd talk to you about the matter. I want you to waive the late payment on the Gertners' taxes. Oh. None of these are necessarily good. Because, I mean, who are we to say, oh, I want you to waive the late payment. I want you to do this. He's going to say, who the hell do you think you are? He might not say hell, because he's a priest, but he's going to say, who do you think you are? I think this is the best, because, I mean, oh, I'd like to negotiate a better rate on their behalf. Again, who are we to be negotiating rates? This seems, again, I feel like we briefly spoke to this guy, very briefly. The feeling I got from him was that he was potentially a bit of a control freak. You know, he was like, oh, get to the scriptorium, go now, da-da-da-da-da. You know, everything in its proper place. And, you know, Andreas isn't in his proper place. He was late to work. I get the feeling that this guy would probably prefer, like, you know, oh, please, my lord, please, have mercy on us. You know, we are but humble serfs. And, like, I think if we could appeal to him, that would probably go a lot better. Out of all of them, I mean, again, who are we to make demands? Who are we to negotiate? This seems like I was told, you know, I said I'd talk to you on, you know, about the matter. Like, this seems like the least offensive. Clara mentioned they're behind on tax payments to the Abbey. I told her I'd talk to you about the matter. Andreas, I'm not sure what you hope to accomplish with this. The financial agreements between the Abbey and the Gertners are none of your business. Maybe not in the long run, Father, but I hate to see them struggling. Can't we discuss something? They are, now that they've asked me for my rent early in order to pay the Abbey. This guy's supposed to be a Christian? Would he really want... If he's a good Christian, let's put it like that. If he's a good Christian, would he really want hard-working people struggling? This seems very like, oh, well, they've asked me for my rent. You know, it seems very self-serving. I think we just, hey, they're struggling, please. Maybe not in the long run, Father, but I hate to see them struggling. Can't we discuss something? Cursow owns the land the Gertners farm. They have a financial responsibility to the Abbey. It is not only my right to tax the farmers, but my responsibility to provide for my brothers and sisters. I'm sorry, but the Gertners will have to find their own way to pay what they owe. God bless you. Oh, Kano refused. Oh, damn. Father Gano and I were unable to come to an agreement regarding early payment for my manuscript. If only Brother Matthew had agreed. If only he could have agreed. Damn it. From the look of that, I'm not sure. Because there was we had, you made, a friendly inquiry about the oh my god, I can't say the word. Sacristy. There we go. We had like a little up arrow from that and then a down arrow because we didn't actually tell him that the Gertners were struggling. I guess I think it must have been like a 50-50 chance. And the dice rolled and we just didn't get it. Oh, that's the lower abbey and we can't go in. Okay. I feel so guilty. I mean, I did everything I could. You know what? I was looking at the map. We're gonna go down here to the animal pens, then we're gonna go back in, and then I'm gonna finally go over to the scriptorium. Like, I want to explore everything. I want to explore everything while I have the chance. Oh, hello. Volkbert. Good day, Andreas. Nice. Cleaning out the pigs will be... It'll be stinky work, but I think out of everything, this is where I'd like to be. Being cooped up in a cloister all day, that just... I think that'd get to me. I'd much prefer to be, out working the land with the animals. I think if I... Oh, we can't go into the abattoir. Okay. Well, yeah, if I were a monk or a nun, I think I'd prefer this guy's job. Ooh. Oh. Pilgrim badges of St. Moritz. Andreas makes these. Okay. Very cool. They've got their own little forge. Nice. And this leads to the cemetery. I do love a good cemetery. I find them very peaceful. A monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Oh, that's cool. That's cool and that's interesting. That is... I wouldn't describe that as Christian. I don't know what I would describe it as, but, I like that. I like that. That's pretty. Anything to look at. Excuse me, down here. I've got to go along all the paths. I need to check. No, nothing but a tree. The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. Okay. Well, if they'll let us, maybe the monks will let us sneak a cheeky apple. What a lovely looking kitchen. Oh, that leads to the refectory. But yeah, very cozy. Hello. Lucas. Hello, Andreas. How goes it in the kitchen? Is brother... Oh, no. That's a Polish name. I do not speak Polish either. Let's look at him first. Oh, mutton chops. Very nice. Okay, Volslav? Wolslav? I am not pronouncing this correctly. I know that. How goes it in the kitchen? Is Brother Wolslav working you hard? Not too bad. Brother Wolslav is nice to me. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior who make things hard. How so? I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way, and I'm not that good at cooking yet. I'm sure Brother Wolslav will teach you well in time. Brother Adok complains about his food too, but he complains to Brother Wolslav. And who is Adok? A man with a big old beard. Okay. What does Brother Adok know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall. Okay. Aye, we got a Cornish priest here. Nice. I don't even know where that is. It's It's a land to the west, across the sea, where all they eat is fish. Sounds miserable, but that's always what he complains about. The fish. He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning. Thanks. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Why can't Gurno be pleasant like this young man? Why? So we can go down into the cellar. Yeah, let's check it out. Ah, speaking of Walshlav, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about the mispronunciation of your name. Morning, Andreas. How's living with the Gertners? Do you have any money to spare? Do you have any spare money for their taxes, please? It's great. They're a lovely family. Good, we get along well enough. Well, it's a room in a peasant home, so I can't expect... No, they're lovely. Clara seems very sweet. We haven't really spoken much to her husband, but Clara seems lovely. It's great. They're a lovely family. Clara is a good woman, and she looks after Big George and Eva like they were her own. They're both almost fully grown. True. I suppose it's less that they need looking after, more so that she cares to. Little Ursula is in good hands. Anyway, if I don't see you around the Abbey later, maybe I'll see you in Tassing tomorrow. Until then. Hey. From what Andreas was saying upstairs, I was expecting this guy to be really stern. No, he seems like a bit of a teddy bear. I get maybe he's a hard taskmaster, or something like that. Yes, to the refectory. Okay, ooh. Very nice. The Last Supper, one would assume. When the brothers eat their meals, this is where the lector reads to them. That goes out into the garden. Yes, out to the cloister. I just want to check the map. Make sure I've got this right in my head. Yep, this is what I'm thinking of. Okay. Yeah, so we'll check out the courtyard, the dormitories, and then we can make our way towards the scriptorium. As I said, my apologies if you're just like, Callista, get to the action. I'm sorry. I like to explore. What can I say? Very nice. You know, considering what time this is set in, I was expecting something a little different. I was expecting, you know, something without running water, so yeah, I'll take that. Very cozy. Okay, and there we go. Okay, yes, to the scriptorium and the cemetery. But first, the prior's house. Okay, Andreas is nosy. He's a nosy fella, what can I say? Excuse me? What is this? A Volvel? I've seen these before, in astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. And the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Greek, Latin, and elemental symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interests fashioned this. We've got occultists in the church. Okay. Ah, a quarter turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top or lower disc. Given the number of letters and the size of the discs, there's enough space for a total of 4 versions of the Latin alphabet. Well, that's Hey, if Andreas is logical enough. I wonder what it's for. A cipher of some sort. I need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here. Okay. Do we have... I mean, I'm just saying, I see a slip of paper right here. We can't interact with it, but... Okay. Okay, so we need something else for this puzzle. Still, we must remember that. We must keep that in mind. Okay, let's go through this door. Why not? Hello? Okay, Piero. Andreas! God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. This is the guy from Cornwall. I can't do a Cornish accent. I'm not even going to attempt a Cornish accent. I cannot do them. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. A Big George Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Adoc has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Oh. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elijah outside of Bethel. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adoc? I am comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord in his ineffable wisdom may choose to strike down. Oh, Brother Guy, please show more respect to Brother Adoc. You're being mean-spirited. Calm yourself, Brother Adoc. You're too sensitive to Guy's jokes. Say nothing. Ooh. I'm drawn to this. Let them squabble amongst themselves. I mean, here's the thing. I do think that Guy was being a bit mean-spirited. It wasn't like Adoc said anything to him. It wasn't like he was like, oh, my bones ache, a storm's coming. Guy is shit. Like, he didn't insult him or out like that. He was just saying, oh, I think a storm's coming. And then Guy's like, oh, we can smell Adoc a mile away. Like, I do think that Guy was being a bit mean-spirited. Then again, Adoc is also being a little sensitive. He could have, made a jab back. Maybe this is a regular thing. This could just be their relationship. I'm drawn to say nothing. I think Andreas would probably much rather have a chat with Piero here about his wonderful colour work than necessarily get involved in these two arguing, especially if this is a regular occurrence. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel. It's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior, only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no! Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realised that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course, that's why he is visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about the patron's visits. Sir, why are you going after him? I'm not gonna lie, this guy does just seem like a bit of an arsehole. I was thinking maybe it's a regular thing, maybe this is just their relationship. No, this guy just seems like a bit of a prick. What's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Well, no, he's a Baron. That's the problem. He's a Baron. Barons don't wait. They rock up, say, I'm a noble. What do you mean you don't have the thing? I'm gonna kick up a fuss and someone might die. Like, this is not... No. I think Andreas, you know, he is a man of this time. He understands that, you know, being a noble, being a baron is quite a big deal. I think he would completely understand why Piero is so, you know, upset about this. He's like, oh crap, I've got to get it done quickly. I think Andreas, especially because Andreas he's an artist, he takes commissions. You know, I think he would understand that a certain type of client is going to be far more demanding and is going to be far less understanding of like, oh, well, there was an issue with, you know, the paints. I ordered some paints. They didn't arrive on time. Oh, I injured my hand and blah, 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 blah. Or, you know, I'm an old ass man and I can't work as quickly as I once did, you know. I think Andreas would understand Piero's distress. Yeah. Yeah, I like Piero. He's an artist like us. He has good use of his colours. Let's stick up for him. Guy, someday you will stand where Piero is, and a young monk will stand where you are now. Anyway, what's the problem? Oh, no, he's going on to say it. Okay, Andreas. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freezing. Oh dear. Prince Bishop of Freezing, religious and secular ruler of scattered territories in the Holy Roman Empire, including the lands containing Tassing and Curso Abbey. Yeah. Yeah, oh no. Curso is already out of favour. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Ferenc isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference Indemauer manuscript. Indemauer? A prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy and Austria. Okay. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Indemauer manuscript. What do you want, Andreas? A book. The Indemauer manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? I'm gonna flirt with all of the nuns. Let's read through them first. Could I just get the book? What do you mean? No, because I can't help myself. I can't help it. No, because I was dreaming about you. Liar. Could I just get the book? Ugh, that's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? Ooh. Let's be charming. Let's be charming here. I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. And who is Illuminata? Okay, another nun. Sister Illuminata? Andreas needs help finding a book, and I don't know where it is. Oh, I like that. I don't know if you caught that, but as she was leaving, she stepped, so she was on a box. The other one, I don't know how you pronounce her name, Zadena? Or Dena? She's clearly quite short. She had to hop off of something, whereas this woman just came straight across. Andreas? Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Indemauer manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. Thank you, madam. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? course, your opinion is always welcome. Oh, beautiful. That is such a pretty shade of yellow. And it goes so well with that blue. Yes, the composition is lovely. There is a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colours is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. Is that all? It doesn't feel right. I don't know why. Yeah, clearly he thinks that something is missing. It doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. Oh. Oh, he's not found his own style. That's the biggest issue. As someone who dabbles in art, not like this. Obviously not like this. I just draw like Dungeons and Dragons characters that I play. But yeah, it can be very tricky to find your own style. You know, you see so many great artists that you admire and want to emulate, but that's the thing, you'll create a great emulation, but that's just all it'll be, an emulation. And that's not to say you can't take inspiration, you know, take aspects of like, oh, I like how this person does eyes, so I'm going to take that, and I really like how this person uses lighting and shadows, and, you know, take that. You can absolutely do that. However, if you're just straight up copying someone else's art style, it's never going to feel like your own. So yeah, I get what Piero is saying here. Oh, brother, you know I don't like doing more work than I have to. No, I think Andreas, he's a hedonist, but I think he loves his artwork. He loves his artwork. This is his masterpiece, his magnum opus. Of course he's going to want to do everything he can for this. It's all your work. Yes, you've done it, but it's not your style. And I think Piero can see that. Maybe this is a learning moment for Andreas. Yeah, let's play it as that. What do you mean? It's all my work. My son, you're copying the illustration from the Indamauer manuscript almost exactly. So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful. But I feel you have not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Ganot. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted, but it's not the way November is. And I guess what kind of artist are you trying to be? Are you trying to paint, you know, what has been, or are you trying to paint what currently is? You know, are you trying to be honest of what is currently going on around you? I think that's what Piero is trying to say. You know, you should be taking inspiration from the world around you, what is currently happening, rather than saying, oh, well, this is what has always been done, therefore I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to do anything innovative. I'm just going to copy what's come before me. I think that's what Piero is getting at. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy, and they won't pay me for truth. But they might pay you for something thought-provoking. They might not know the truth. They might see this and think, oh, why aren't they leading the pigs to the acorns? Oh, wait, that's not happening anymore? That's being forbidden? Why? It might get them to question. It might get them to think. It's most important to me that my clients are happy, and they won't pay me for the truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. He's having to say goodbye to the life he has known. I would assume that would make him sad. Though this is interesting. Why has this been going on for so long? How has it been kept up? That's the question. Why is that? Why has Kirsau kept up this for so long? Some people, some places, have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. So he's embracing the future. Well, that would be why he's saying, like, hey, paint it as it is. Paint it true, not for what was. He's embracing the future. I like Piero. I like this guy. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write. More will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth. Don't you think there's a danger in anyone being able to write? Anyone being able to read? Anything? I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. I mean, here's the thing. There will always be extremists. There will always be extremists who take things that regular people use and go absolutely overboard with it. And just ruin it for everyone else. That doesn't mean It's like you... How do I explain? It's like avoiding living because that leads to death. If that makes any kind of sense. Yes, there is a danger in, extremists being able to read and write, because they may use it for purposes most dire. But that doesn't mean you should shut that down, because 99.9% of the population are perfectly ordinary and decent and just, in this case, they just want to read the Bible. They just want to be able to read the Bible for themselves, or read anything, and just enjoy it. Yeah, there will always be a place for artists. These people have a talent that most people don't. And there will always be people who will want, artisan quality goods, books, pictures. There will always be a place for this. I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. Not you, guy. Screw you. If he's talented. He's a prick, but if he has talent. And Brother Guy. It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life, and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Oh, and time moves forwards. Oh, where has the time gone? It is already... Is that terse? Terse. Monastic hour corresponding to 9 a.m. One of the little hours of prayer. Terse precedes mass and the chapter meeting. Okay. Ah, where has the time gone? It is already terse. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honouring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. Oh, I was gonna say the secret, the occult thingy, the Volvel. There we go. That was in the Prior's house. And if Ferenc is the Prior, oh, Ferenc, what you doing? What you doing, sir? What's going on in here? Well, Illuminata, we will discuss that in the next episode. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.